it in a box like this, and I just put X's in that box, and the world is just fine. Despite what Chris may say.
You're just cheating. You can't be cheating on your homework, Ava.
I'm not cheating my homework.
Liar.
I can't cheat on it.
Yes, you can.
I know I can't.
It requires dedication.
You need to cheat. You need to have someone already with the answers.
It's cheating and you know it. You're using the book, it has the answers, it's cheating.
But it tells you to go to the book, though. It's like, look at this. Color the bones of the exoskeleton blue and the bones of the perpendicular skeleton yellow. Where am I going to find a blue?
What? Looking at a blue skeleton?
I'm looking at a skeleton. She wants me to color it.
Metabolic frame.
You're not my shit. The hell.
Gonna... Metabolic. Let's say... What does the word metabolic mean again? I forget.
To eat.
Okay. Then.
Oh, to consume, that is.
Alright, then that works out fine. Covered all bases with that.
That's chapter 5 at.
Probably need apples. Let's get steaks. Steak equals apple.
Daniel. So, label the following diagram of the skeleton using the diagram found in chapter 5 of your text. Color the bones of the exoskeleton blue and the bones of the appendical skeleton yellow. 10 points.
You know, I'm reminded, we should probably announce the fact that we probably won't be having FTB up for a week or two or so, depending on how our recordings go, because we're going to be recording some Halloween special stuff.
Some of that good stuff.
Ava's going to come over and we're going to just play random Half-Life 2 mods that I've come across.
I don't get that person. Don't look at a medical book.
Full of evil.
Features like Halloween.
Let's see here.
This is
what else am I saying?
This is what we call the cranium, or the skull, for lack of a better word. Yeah, probably.
XY. I think control, because they control their metabolic.
What the hell is a maxilla?
And then there's life cycle, enhance, movement, maybe.
You know, I signed up for freaking human biology. I wasn't signing up for freaking anatomy.
That's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You think one thing and you get 16 other things.
In one of those courses. The clavicle.
You break your clavicle.
Scapula.
Some weird names for bones.
Humerus.
It's not very funny.
The radius is the inner one, or is it the outer one? The radius one is the larger one.
Well, I've got a good feeling it's for bees. Stupid frickin' thing.
The Yulon. The Luna.
You got Illuminati in your bones.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. We have your ribs. And then we have your sternum. The sternum. And then we have the vertebrae. And then we have the sacrum. Sacrum? Sacrum. I believe sacrum. The sacrum. And then we have the coxal bone.
Oh, lovely. The essence of health. That's not a very fun one to get.
No, it's in case I find it quite ironic. Then we have the femur. Whoa, this is very interesting. What is that pointing to?
Excellent.
This is pointing to the patella. Peter Patella. What does that mean? It means your kneecap. It takes a hammer to it.
Matata.
Tibia and then your fibia. Do you know which one's a fibia?
I don't know anything about bones.
It's a small one because acting like.
Well, except for the clavicle, I do know that one's like in your shoulder area. It's like it's like connected to your sternum.
Yes.
It's the part that makes your entire neck weird looking. It just juts out. People are gonna be like, "What do they mean?" And they're not gonna know, and they just think there's a bone sticking out of my throat or something. It's just horribly deformed.
Well, there is a bone that is inside your neck that is known as, I believe, the medulla. Medulla holds your thyroid in place.
What else do I need here? Something, maybe cloth or protection might help this. Apparently not cloth. Oh, aw.
Your flagellants.
And the plants they love, you realize?
Okay. Now what the?
Plants they love.
These two are also known as flagellants. But these are not flagellants. They are
flagellants. Just to make it more complicated.
Carpals. That is known as a carpals.
You know, I was looking at the Terraria to see how the update was coming along, right?
Yeah.
And they finally started releasing some information about that we got some spoiler stuff a little bit, which is kind of nice. So we know what's going to be just a few more things that are going to be in the next update, and that might state that it's coming out soon, but I'm not sure how soon. They're definitely up to something over there because they got a new website recently.
Ha! Ironically, it's a thyroid bone that holds a thyroid.
It's part of Hyrule.
Okay. You ever finish off your cream soda?
No, I haven't drunk it yet. I left it in the fridge. I didn't want to drink it yesterday because I didn't want to drink it warm.
You just didn't want to die.
So I just left it in there, and so it's been there ever since then. Ever since that fateful day.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I was more interested in the conservatory than I was a freaking. I was more interested in the conservatory than I was the freaking festival.
Well, the thing about that festival, though, is that it
really did suck.
It was small. It was not. It just wasn't. It didn't feel comfortable there somehow. I think it's just because it wasn't as structured.
Oh, I thought you were about to say because there was too many white people. I was like, "Oh, Chris, hold on."
I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure pioneers were white.
Well,
And some other colors, of course.
No,
but some slightly more tanned colors. I don't think they went into extremes because this is the past.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, that was a transfer of, well, let's just not get into that.
Hold on. So I need to color the bones of the exoskeleton blue. Skull, vertebrae, rib, sternum, hyoid. So just up there. I'm not touching the left. Okay, fuck everything else. My artistic skills shall make this 3D skull with a face and skin through eyes and me.
You realize it's a picture of me, and it's just like, oh. This was what the picture wanted to be. And it's just like, what?
Roll with it.
It spoke to me. It said I want to be Chris. Alright, I need to kill these bees. How would I do that?
Remember, your tailbone does not exist. It is actually known as your coxal.
What?
Tailbone doesn't exist. It's your coxal.
Yeah, the coccyx. Although it is the tailbone.
Yeah.
It's just, the thing is that tail's been reduced so much that I don't know if you can really call it a tailbone because it's just where it would stem from. So technically it wouldn't be a tailbone because it's not a tail.
The one reason why bones vary from
Also, I don't think tails ever had bones, so I don't think anything has a tailbone. Well, there might be some.
Yeah, I was about to say. But,
bones are weird.
Like, bones can develop where, like, the one reason why there's no exact number of bones is because some people may develop bones in high traffic or high developed, areas, such as, like, a callus, but for bone. Like, it's like this bone's constantly being, because keep in mind, kneecaps you aren't born without kneecaps. Kneecaps are developed as you age. So, it's equivalent to that. If a part of your body says, I'm using this too much, I'm gonna have a bony ass. It will give you a bony ass. You will develop a bony ass.
You'll get a bonus.
That makes me so happy. But I'm over exaggerating that bit, but yeah, it's not uncommon. I'm not fucking touching the rest of the skeleton. Not me. No, I'm not touching it. I don't care who you are. I'm not touching it. Like, color the rest of the skeleton. Yo, fuck that. I don't care. I'll lose a part. I'm not touching. I'm not wasting another color points on that.
Color the entire thing yellow. That's crazy. Who would ask such a thing?
Going for that authenticity.
All my mana. Should probably level up my mana and stuff like that, but I just don't want to.
Alright, so all I do is study for world religion, Confucianism, and
what was Confucius about?
I have no fucking clue. It's very related to fucking Taoism, and I don't even know what that is. And apparently we went over.
I remember like Chinese proverbs or something, I believe, that from Confucius, like Confucius say, and then they would have some statement. And they were always kind of interesting, odd statements. But I don't know what their meaning was. Was it just to, like, give people problems to solve or ponder, or was there supposed to be some deeper meaning than that?
There's always a deeper meaning for that. It's always some achievement. Like, Taoism was about enriching oneself, so enriching one's inner fetus, your heaven's fetus, so when you die, you apparently leave through your head to be born in heaven. So.
Yeah, that's why in some countries it's actually bad to put your hand on someone's head.
Yeah.
Because you're basically raping their soul. At that point, it's just like, what?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You see, Confucianism and Taoism, I believe those two original founders did come across each other at the time. They both use a yin-yang symbol, I know that for sure. Let's see what Confucianism is before I kill myself. Hopefully I don't get a history lesson. I need this for world religion. I'm getting it. Let's see. Going back.
I feel like it might need poison. Let me get some silver. Quicksilver.
What? Confucianism taught people 5 basic ideas about behavior. Always be considerate to others. Respect your ancestors. Try for harmony and balance in all things. Oh, I remember what Taoism is. Taoism was being passive-aggressive to the hardcore sense. If I'm correct, Taoism is to be quiet and observant of nature and all that is connected in the universe. To see all cause and effect, because we started off with Buddhism and built off of that because a lot of religions share the same principles and practices and build off of that. I'm not saying Buddhism is the founding of all religion, but Buddhism practices did transfer over to Eastern practices.
I love these electric furnaces. Have you seen it work yet?
Nope.
Get over here.
Well, hold the fuck up. Yeah, I went there. Improve human life. Mystic Realm contains the source of creation. Inexpress and indefendable universe. Receptive and quiet. Oh yeah. Receptive and quiet. Experience the transcendent of reality of everything. When a person gives you a personal reference. Wait, what? Preference. Oh yeah. Give up all personal preference. Accept and coordinate with things around you. Actionless action. Oh, they call we. Take no internal or invasive action contrary to nature's flow. So if you were meant to talk to someone, you go talk to them. Because nature says so. Yeah. So. What?
Alright, come look at the far left furnace. Just look in it. Alright, now I'm going to put some in there. You get ready. And just see how fast it goes.
The melting?
No, the electric one. The furnace.
Electric furnace. Candy machine. This furnace?
Yes.
Okay.
The far left.
Okay.
Alright. You ready?
Yes. It's a phenomenon.
It's beautiful. That's the speed at which all of these run at now.
Even the
Except for
macerator?
the last one.
Even the macerator?
Yeah.
Holy shit. What's his macerate again?
Here, let me make sure that we'd want to macerate it. I don't think the aluminum... We could use Vidium ore, I guess we can throw that in there. I'm pretty sure that needs to be... No, actually, I think that needs to be furnaced. I'll never know why, because it's dust.
Oh, man, that's speed. Oh,
It's
God.
get done so fast now. The Elite Smelting Factory's just been left in the dust.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
It's effective, though, if you need to get rid of a massive batch of it, though. I guess. Because it has to be spread apart on all of them for it to be effective. I'm not sure what else to give these people. Also, I need to get this cow spawner going and whatnot, because at some point we're going to need to use this for spawning things. I'm not sure what I'll throw into here, but we've got basically a mob grinder that's fully functional now.
Aw, man. It's doing 5 items per tick.
Look at that cow.
It's like we're gonna have so much steak to eating this stuff uncanned because I can. Hey, where did I get these 2 charms of keeping?
I gave them to you.
Ah, sweet.
So now you can theoretically die twice. What are you doing?
I'm just checking out what's over here.
It's just the cow spawner or whatnot. I had it on a little bit ago because I needed to get up some more mob essence, but now I've left it off. I don't want to spawn any Ender Watchers from there because the problem with Ender Watcher is that it will disappear as soon as it hits that water. So I've got to spawn something else.
Frick is a door doing here?
I'll probably start spawning the DivineRPG mobs or something like that, but for now I have to figure out something to do about it because the Watcher's going to be killed in there and I'm not sure what to do. And unfortunately, we couldn't get work done on the Alvery. And the Alvery would be really useful there.
The arbitrary.
The arbitrary Alvery.
The arbitrary.
I need Avery to create an arbitrary Alvery.
Alvery.
Now say that 50,000 times fast. You gotta be dedicated.
I don't think I'm that dedicated. Not to the cause. Nuh-uh, brother.
I'm disappointed in you.
Everything
we've worked for, even.
Can't believe we have to go to that one. Also, I logged in. Wait, is it? Oh yeah, I logged in today and I saw DivineRPG had a connection error. What does that mean?
Oh, it might be telling you about the fact that it can't connect to the internet itself. You know, I had an interesting time because while I was setting up the whole, while I was setting up the code to drop your laser gun, I set it up. It had a small issue with the way I'd structured it and how I wrote it into the device too, because it's a text document that states what everyone's permissions are, and I typed into it. It didn't like the specific format, so I was just like, why? It's the same as everything else, and it took me a while to figure out that I used spaces on every other one instead of tab, because it was yelling about tab, and I was like, but everything else is tabbed. And so I went through that for a little bit, and I was kind of annoyed by it, but when I found out and whatnot, I, of course, tried to change my ideas on how I would do it, but then I had another issue, and blah, 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 but eventually, I'd sorted it out. I'm like, okay, I'll put it back to normal and just say screw it. And start up the server to find that the server didn't want to start anymore. And then I'm like, what the hell? So I tried to roll back to make it so it would start. And, of course, that didn't work either. So I just had to deal with so much crap. Because it did not want to start no matter what I did. Oh, you gave me a bad one, didn't you?
What?
Why did that one not stack? Oh, that's why. When I gave my cans back, I threw them down. Okay.
I think I did.
Yeah, I got them. So, like, the server wouldn't start up, and eventually I figured it out. It was yelling at the wrong thing, because it didn't have anything to do with, I believe it was Red Power was yelling at. It was like, oh, Red Power did something, and after looking at it enough and figuring out what was going on in the server itself, it turns out that Forestry was behind it. For some reason, Forestry decided it wanted different IDs for all of its items. And it conflicted with something else, so so it was just like, this ID is the same as this one. I can't do this. Server shutting down. And it was just like, why? Why did this have to happen?
So
I was worried we wouldn't be able to record today because of it. Because I was working on it like 5 in the morning.
Holy shit.
So I'd have been like, it would have screwed up. I'd have no chance. I would have gone to bed, woke up, maybe not fixed it, who knows, and then we wouldn't have been able to do it. Although I might have fixed it, it was actually pretty simple. It was just annoying. It didn't have to be. So I guess I'm not sure. I'll build a bunch of scented pieces or whatever for the Alvery, and I'll see what I can do about the atomic assembler getting sorted out, because I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't get all accesses pulled out of.
Yeah. 3K stakes. And I was just like, I gotta make it to 3K, and it burned them all. Hey, why does this, huh? Yeah.
And I'll also work on Chrome too. I'll get a crap ton of Chrome
keeps
bars.
dropping on me.
Yeah, you can't hold it. It's physically impossible for you to hold it. I don't know how you made it over here with it.
Yeah, good point. No good to know.
It used to be, I had to make sure I changed something, because it used to be it deleted the item if you weren't supposed to have it, so you would have just lost it completely.
So why would you do that?
What, delete it?
What?
Why would I delete it?
Yes.
I didn't want to delete it, that was too far. Besides, I can use it still. Not that I ever really cared to use it anyway, though. It was things like that are only useful for building that massive hallway down in the basement. I've still got to fix because the ceiling's still not all brick. I've basically mined out all of the brick at our mine, all the marble.
Mm-hmm.
I've mined that place just about clear of marble. And it's still not enough. It's still not enough. But I will figure it out. I'll get it all. I'm not looking forward to the rest of the stuff. All the stuff we've got to do is dependent on something else we have to do. It's really interesting, these little triangles here. There are 3 things, though, that aren't necessarily dependent on things. We'll probably work on a nuclear reactor next time we come back, because I think we can get that done. I also have to look up the ship, because the thing about the ship is it's kind of hard to remember how exactly to build it, because it's a 6-axis cube, and it's very efficiently built, so it's crushed in as much as it can possibly go. And so knowing that structure by heart's not exactly easy.
Oh, well then, I suppose we're boned.
No, I've got it on my other server. I'll look at it and just try to remember how to do it, and then I'll bring it over. Basically,
just ping back and forth.
I can't do that, unfortunately. I can't run two servers. They use the same port. I could change its port, I suppose, but I don't know if I want to go that far. I'll probably have to keep working on the drones. There's so much off-screen stuff, and I'm not sure how to accomplish it all.
No, just record it, and then we'll just voice over, and then we'll just talk about it, none of this shit.
Well, we should probably end it for today then.
Yeah, basically, just death everywhere.